We cannot give the foreign policy to him. We cannot give it to him because he's a dangerous tool to this country. I'm telling you, say Okudzeto Ablakwa is too dangerous to become the foreign minister. Over the next few months, we have Russia, we have all those things. Now, that's what I'm saying. The character of Okudzeto Ablakwa. Now, Obia Yebusa wasem, that you, Yebusa wasem say, also when Pisicano, what they talk combined harvester. Process Bena, Odia Yard toy. No, I could say, and I'm inquiring, I'm using me MPCA. MPK loans are if you would dear Kutua school fees. Yebusa will be a dear. Yebusa say, I don't know, yes, sir.
Samo Okudzeto Ablakwa ora team no one da no. Eti efa eye nkofo a omawia aban saase. Anasa aban ejapade akodi omu nsemu a Samo Okudzeto Ablakwa ono ene ni team ora team ena mahama ayi omu a omoye sa adwumadie no. Na okopie mu ewo ora team no ene koto dwa se ono nso se enoma bia kodidi ne nsaase. Na video ya mbebo a kire wi wose maka kire wo se NDC ni NPP fo no omo ye namfofo omo nim omo ho NDC fo nim de NPP fo wo ana NPP fo nso nim de NDC fo wo enti obi aban ba no agina so no de aye no ho se wo no so ye guy enti okọ eye vetting no ena questions bi ko piepie mu ho after questions na piepie mu ho no ena omo so atimi adege edu ono nso nsaase ne japade a watoto ede aba abonten including ne japade a woto ya ode eye oba bidin atoso na oba na ne din ne daso omo kire se ono ene nipa oto sa ejapade no omo kire se ne din ede Mercy Ablakwa no munim se Ablakwa yiro se ne sister se na busuani bayu ene obi anim ho asem na se asase a wosisu dan a wo kire se wa rentie ewo airport hills ho no eye ababa awayi enkrata ene da sa asase so ena me se NDC ne MPP for no udi omachi kwa kodi omanim na yenkwa ani enkotie ekwan ye fa so omutimi hunu ye se Okudzeto enso ye no ora no so ono so ejatua no to ene ohura ede atra eye atentenhuru ejana so na se de edere se tata.
I think somewhere last year June ana bibi hete me na metnasia me hu se Okudzeto Ablakwa no okọ attacking nkofo na nkofo na o attacking omo no nkofo he doesn't agree with into a political character assassination na oye into me study no pa na me hu se they are presidents say why ye bigger first of all or started free J on one party JJ Rollins. We need a baby ko. Na me for the currency ye. Emma Professor Hoy etro in book confess say because of attack na almost ma Okudzeto Ablakwa ne obisa so mane bu ama so obisa ana mo attack JJ no. If JJ enemy omo babies with sharp teeth. That was one. I would book my friend working with the Rollinses. Professor Howard book my friend working with the Rollinses. Two. Osha, ya party. Otanka, Jake Obeke Bilamte. The one Ablakwa did send the brave police who are called government. Dina saying is a court court, you know. Court can say your case does not have merit because the man went through the right procedure. Eno na tete papa ne saa na papa ni di wuye no Okudzeto Ablakwa ya o na say ya wo wa ya beti say last year presidential jet ni sensem and they won say sensem ni na vetting committee no e bia sa aba so NDC for sensem jet won say ba vetting committee otimi yi en won asem yi. Like a whole president of the land, a use to be private jet for free as a gift. As you Busa said, what is the highest gift you can give to any government official? Let's see, assistant Ghana cities. And she said, as a government official, even as the highest person, would a gift more than $100,000? What does it mean? It's a big conflict of interest. Sa no Okudzeto ablakwa yao. Edi Brian Champo, Eko Sraj Baba Abeka say there was nothing wrong done. So what you say?
And none
there is character assassination. Okudzeto ablakwa over the period of years. This so person destroy ade or the ya no. Na eno na meetie vetting. Na metese Okudzeto ablakwa say edan ane Otimu our airport sales no $3 million house. Value no sutura me sutura and edan in nam $3.5 million.
And none saying
a black word na ho kase or edan no orenti. Now why na e won na adwima nyame adum bibi woni sim ko be rent dan for 8 years our airport sales. Just forgive me uni nyansa mpo anankasa. Obe rented down in dollars for airport sales for 8 years. I called the blog, so Omi and check a dine papers. Say, and as I said, I was no, say, no, or no, in your banner, a dinner was wa. And now, or no, dinner was wa, and your moon sesame dean. I'm telling you, Okudzeto ablakwa. And this is a sure lands cause some. And that process, it takes about 6 months to okay.
And none saying
now who Okudzeto ablakwa.
Na minua o si dan no aye ka ho asemi no e ho nkrata no e wo ni nua baadin mu na sa ni nua ba no the catch information am wo pe Okudzeto ablakwa timi chesi nkofo chesi omo family no pe do ode former MPP chairman Freddie Blay ka se Freddie Blay ba ye say Freddie Blay na ye no no ni nua ba no said ye trace no niemo ni nua ba na ye no etina no say even though ablakwa understands foreign policy me tie no vet no foreign policy there yes nipa ya ade osaye or you good foreign policy but his character as a person
and none saying
we cannot give that foreign policy to him. We cannot give it to him because he's a dangerous tool to this country. I'm telling you, say Okudzeto ablakwa is too dangerous to become the foreign minister. Over the next few months, we have Russia, we have all those things. Now, that's what I'm saying. The character of Okudzeto ablakwa. Now, Obia Yebusa wasem, that you, Yebusa wasem say, also MPC cano, what they talk combined harvester. Process burner, Odia ya de toy. No, Akobo say, and I'm using me MPC car. MP car loans are if you would dear could you among school fees. Yebusa will be a dear. Yebusa say, I don't know, yes, sir. As my Yebusa say, process burner will you sue ye. You see, Obiam or BB, or DBC, and Yebusa Nasema, or Tofo dancing, you say, oh, I went a wabruche. Or Tofu Bia dancing, you wabruche. Yebusa process at what a snitch. Asema yembusa uno eno na wuyi ano na ade a esi me de vete no I believe so mu wie Okudzeto ablakwa vete no it was not done because the speaker had made an order on the floor of parliament to say they have to recompose the vetting committee. So there's a rubber stamp now passing the past 6 within 1 hour no. I thought say it was a joke. I don't know what the NDC guys are hiding. Now, who do be the minister? Umpesi atutu na nuni ehu the vision in yema. Ehu the character. Now do be a kosheho. For yata, they vetted him for 2 days, 2 solid days. For yata, they vetted him for 2 solid days. So this is the hypocrisy of the NDC, which is more shown by Okudzeto ablakwa. Now, Okudzeto ablakwa, ejuma ben wa ye after school. What's it near to Tunano? Yeah, to Tunano say ejuma ben wa ye after school. After, or say I'm a workaholic. I work before school. And then you busa, you see, what private business is an ojuma na day in 1 year apart from so oba aban what you know about sika na show what you mean got a work abroad students this be akoje ye de ko ye adwuma no wo de ko na $1 million $100,000 even $20,000 I'm dying to tell me so it means that $20,000 for being a student. So what is he talking about? What is Okudzeto Ablakwa talking about? Kwashe the fee, kwashe Okudzeto Ablakwa fee one of ton. Me pay on, kwashe the fee one me pay. He lives in a $1.5 million house. Now about vetting to come and defend yourself and will say, hey, I also know your properties.
On Mon FM.
Competition on the vetting committee. You came to be vetted. You didn't come to expose anybody. Now, I tell you, what I just also back and proposal was can I say, because MP before we do business, we are not afraid to tell anybody. We are not afraid to Kennedy Japan to me bought in South Africa. I bought a Rolls Royce. For the chimney. So we know the year business now. You see, because the NDC guys, you know, only a katasumi
On Mon FM.
into Incophonius out of business. It's a big wonder for them. Oba dream you almost say, hey, they didn't know to me, Juma say, I will just go out here. And not their problem. And you know, obedience when people, now you're more. But they forget, say, we are businessmen that try to come into power to govern the people. That is what they forget. If you are black one here, it's neither here or there. Not kind of create foreign policy in the he is very good. You do a good job. But the character of the person going to do the job, no, is dangerous.
Okay.
Now, opio nim lupo opio say corrupt. Then ebesi a year. Obaka so besa friend. Just give us a year. You hear the scandals. Because there are people who are scandalous. It's more scandalous than anybody. Now, me tell man nakasa. Now, me the necessary documents about scandalous things are necessary na US. Me the necessary company name. Sika or J from a back. Me train me friend. Me friend no boom swa. Ghana for beti ye nyina yenka. One trasia nye dia in kofokan tana ofe or boom swa. You will forget that there's anybody called Alfred to me on this earth. What do you want to send them and say, ya can't was a mianka. Ya can't was a mianka. When this is before Fred. You live in a glass house and you're throwing stones. You live in a glass house and you're throwing stones.
But onim say sa ensem we say no a wo kan ye in opposition no. Eno so tonkrofo bebre tirimo e ma ekokoye se MPP for de wo ba se wo ba be sisane ma fom ne ma eni nyina ka ho bi na hye nkrofo bufu ani aba no kra ye ntuo yi enti ye koye nim no ekwan ben e na ye nyina ye be fa so ye be hu se no asem we a me asumesi anaso bintin working enye sa nete na yen fall for sa entro ne propaganda eya na a free NDC for no neighbor.
So I know dear, don't blame anyone. But yeah, MPP for your communication. The communication of MPP is bad. They say, when you background your communication, the honorable minority leader, he's doing a very good communication. But communication and any pabako for Juma. And any pabako Juma. Our communication bureau of the MPP, no, I think it's poor. And I'm calling on the General Secretary to say he needs to make some serious changes. Because in opposition, you cannot sit down. NDC guys talk and say, and yes, yeah, Baba, yeah, Yikeke. Yeah, from the year 2020, the Kaipa's re-election and Buga Buga Shia. Where no Buga Buga. We are stating the facts. And Apeno is leading the way. The communication of the MPP should follow suit. The communication of the MPP. And you're poor. And so you disseminate your communication out to the grassroots. Because there's a big disconnect too. There's a big disconnect. Now you have disconnect and then now you have a boka. So I don't blame anyone. I blame it on the communication of the MPP. We have to set up.
Yeah, but I say I don't pay.
Communication. And I say, over here, I say, there be General Secretary, and no. It's in your power to be so director of communication. I don't know who that person even is. At this point, we need to director of communication. Because you're better than General Secretary, Nama, majority, minority leader, and Nama. So the communication director should set up. Control grammar, no. So then the commission he should set up and organize the communication bureau well. Because we are talking too much. I'm going to do so. Now we are in Shehaya, say silence means consent. Omuye ni yankan. I just say yajitu yomuye biya correct.
FM.
Omuye ne nya ni yankan. Intina impedifo say se penit
so na ya say dom no a ukura no ebetumi ama waye ne ope. Eti obinum anya majority rule, not rational rule. Enti ebedi won so pa wa anyere ho a you be deceived by numbers rather than rationality. Say I adwen krujin adwuma ne ye ho. Enye chobo ena enye he. All is a deliberative chamber. What do you twi mu a ese baby adwene na ye adwuma. Bibia ka bia yin se hu. Eti won anyere ho no so okoyi kura majority tiny minority na ye pese ye ne ye pa. Enye bibiri be pia wani nye ho na fei majority no abaye si hu amagana. Eti won momode na onye deceive say majority no na onye adwuma no a ondwen Ghana ho yie sin bibia e adwen ene ye onde ye ho adwuma. Abegedi se onye ne sa ebeboa Ghana. Biwo wa anyero ho a na wa ye ne troka numbers ni gidigidi ni hu sam ne ma na fei bo ho me yakono magana for odo bukura majority.
Minority for no so a womo ewo parliament the titru ewo appointment committee so far omo adwuma no hu ne say.
Well, me just say on born homode na ne hia ne say bibia ewo wiase bia ya strategy football kra ukọbọ no on catch us we say na manai ya bomode a pass na aba yi de mano afi de se ne ne ma ye kwa de ye kwa akoye ye awi ama yemi ani se ball na ye bon any center ho bibi amome to center na ye important ti won use one strategy on nwe ansa na won wura dem ho na nko ye say ayetroka bi je di se mo on shia before no one plan say ye di asumasi na eba sa asumasi ye de na eba ya ma na ye se ye de na faso ni na ye plan o ubekosi na eventually no leader achechire ni nyina so so on yes strategy no on be better than the on ye yes ade a heading ye wo ho sa na na ye o se chi mensa bo su tumi e me hia na poka ho bi honorable say ususu ka ho bi penifo na wo nyina na on fa nkuma ni hia won
FM
on wa kire won kwan ya ye be fa so it won wura dem ho anye tobe on kra intellectual strategy on the way tackle issues. Beginning one course out, they will be far better than they are doing now.
Okay. Afe yenhwe incident anano esi ye ewo parliamenta Mr. Speaker ejane to me so say mrahebedwafo 9 was suspended omo. Dedi kan say bia bibisa esi ewo mrahebedwamu a enhyehyeye a ewo ho a ye de tu ho anamo ene sei.
Ne enhyehyeye de tu ho anamo ne say ne 777 wa ma parliament and mo nyama kofem ana waye bibi e honte on refer to the privileges committee. So also is privileges committee kwa yente ya ubetumi ay ad hoc committees and also hoxa na 777 ya on the charge you could have video is evidence you say ade bi a ye no ama parliament and mo nyama kofem na ya no answer se ne na onyankopon nim se ne Adam adi bone no onim bibia mpo no obisa ansa Adam wo hi no beso tie na no asem ansa no wabu nikumfo eti hot de me papa friends ya bagbe wa wotie ni ekofo no ye bia no so wuti obia no asem on to be mu nikumfo enti bi je di se ade ese so reverse so person niema ekoboko a on ka se oh sorry say adeɛ na ɛbaayɛ no ha no kakra nti wotie ne ontumi ntini nyame obiara ɔboro ti biara so na ɔyɛ nipa ɔpɛ so ɔyɛ nyame so mpɛ so obiara ne bɛtena akonnwa baako so tomia n'ani na wɔnye ntom sa de si ya na sɛbe na emu ɔyɛ ɛsi two wrongs will not make one right ade si ono obiara sɛ nyɛ ɛsɛ ka akoma no kɔ soro saa nanso obi ɛfum kumu a yɛmfum nwa sɛdeɛ mpanifo ka no na nneɛma ɛkɔ so no ɛnkɔ fam no ɛnyɛ saa ɛbɛ hehehe wobɛka sɛ ɔbɛ challenge decision no obi so bɛka sɛ okay sɛ ne ayɛ no deɛ ɛneɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛkɔ suspension yɛgya daa na ama mo yɛni nkɔfoɔ nyinaa yɛbɛkɔ suspension because ɔn nso tumi display sɛ ɛtumi no na afei amammuo no ɔyɛ akɔ fam nti megye di sɛ ɔpanin ne adeɛ na ɔyɛ no ɔreverse no kɛkɛ na ɔbo ɔnwo na afei nneɛma ɛso ɔyɛ no
the man was under oath anyway. Right. Under oath means that Adebi Obakaobiano should be true.
And if you lie, it's perjury.
Exactly. But Otoa be a Wutino. Now, do you trust in the responses?
No, a typical example. Also rented were Airport Hills for 8 years. So from 2016. And Abiyawatina, Airport Hills. Airport Hills, the least rent is 15,000.
Is that no credit?
Yes, no credit.
$15,000 a month.
A month. Yes.
Nice. Hey, female.
Sure, Airport Hills. The most bourgeois.
I'm okay.
The
that's
most
bourgeois salary.
Yeah. The most bourgeois place in Greater Accra.
Okay. See,
senior Anna. And trouble because the idea because the Ghana front row. There's a policy at Airport Hills. Woman, when you know, when asked, I think it's a good day we bow or something. A owner occupied.
Owner occupied.
Owner occupied.
And you rented?
No. Owner occupied.
Okay.
You should move na ba my who say, Adiano, Nigeria. Edina Dasso.
Ninia Banas Nere.
Well, sending your boy something a blocker. But what I say, a Juman as any pan why ye. I am a woo, till, and only a questionable one. I will just 15,000. Did you make Juman also why I will just $15,000 each year every month? What do you do? So,
he says he has a very industrious wife.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're calling to the bar, which year?
But people have amount of sources of income, not necessarily.
That is why we have to say sorry to Madam Cecilia Dapa. 70 years old, the experience, the kind of work she's done, the kind of Juma Nikunuye, she cannot have $1 million, but Okudzeto Ablakwa can rent $15,000 a month. We are a state or we are a nation of hypocrites. And you should stop this. We are a nation of hypocrites. That's why we should say sorry to Madam Cecilia Dapa. Madam Cecilia Dapa cannot have $1 million, but Okudzeto Ablakwa can have $1 million. When you pose questions to him about his own credibility, an opportunity for him to save, or if you like, to maintain a supposed credibility cloud that he has built for himself, he feels to honor that he feels to let Ghanaian people know Sampa. Why do you have to go and join business class that very day? That's what they call London. London is just 6 hours. Be a ono also with you too. So we're a social democrat. Why don't you join economy? Joining business class is not bad, but it is because of how why you're will come her. I don't think we a question after the auto papa.
Should he continue to be a member of the oral committee?
The oral committee na Nkasano uko share what do you call it, manifesto, and I'll see if I'll be able to pull it out. I've been issue. It was hinged on illegality, because if you put it in your constitution, your manifesto say, given an opportunity, you will investigate. Share NDC manifesto now. Page 136 of the NDC manifesto. fighting corruption, that is item number 611. Fighting corruption and ensuring transparent governance. The next NDC government will 1. Launch Operation Recover All Loot to investigate. Senior to investigate, to prosecute, and to recover proceeds of corruption. This is usurpation of the authority of state institutions like Yoko, CID, Ghana Police, and what have you. Oral, without any basis of space in our law, so you will investigate.
How come? Motutraman fano sa vie create doubts in the minds of the people. Emma manfo hu we ni bobre ni nyavia. Na asambe to jase. Nsawa mukafa ni pani nyina so masa agida tum. So nko ye minister no. Na mujitum no so ense bia muka se afa we na agida tum na ya afa we na agida tum na se mo the numbers no. Obiara mi say mo numbers ne so be numbers no. But you still unanimously approve the person.
So on the appointments committee, as far as Sam George in Okudzeto Ablakwa are concerned, and more especially Okudzeto Ablakwa, I can assure you it will never be consensus.
Okay.
It will never be consensus.
There's a minority, the minority is only more approved.
So say a young Kwandia, it will not happen.
Okay.
But what I said, the committee will have to sit on it. Friday, because of the speaker, announcements was suspended for MPs by we could not see through. Until from an airway, and maybe a report from the clerk.
Okay.
Of course, they will meet first. They will have a conclave. And we will make a poison note.
How come you don't trust the clerk? They be
issues of principle.
Okay.
Inti Enra. Mene senior Dinkre Bishia. Amanke is supposed to come and be part of the meeting. Mene senior Dinkre Shia no. Na Manke inyamba now so we can have the meeting. And you have a meeting no. Because na adieno ebeye in favor of senior Dinkrentino. So let's go ahead with the meeting and okay. Ochna Yabishia and Ochna there's another meeting. Misanu senior Dinkrosi share. Also Mankeba. But we no meeting there. I say a bit benefit here called Vincent. I feel the same clerks who there be changing and try my man came and a meeting. No principles.
Okay.
So you leave us with a room to think that you are not being fair.
Okay.
Why is it that committee or ranking in my because you're a clerk, you report to the chairman and the ranking. Now ranking in Yambai, then you swear a nominee in. When you see a meeting, caucus meeting, and you who TV say I can't do one. I'm say how? So I drew the attention of minority leader. And I'm not sorry quick to go and confirm say what is happening. How can the committee sit without ranking?
There's a saying in terms of proximity, mobile and what different places.
I rushing it through.
Come on,
and no make us a kuku and you so intelligent. Now, number you fight and make sure best small go nipani through.
How about this suspension by the Speaker of Parliament? What you are saying, all that right to do so?
Senior, if we are say, invitation. Adam ni if Nyankopon eka kyerɛ mo sɛ aduaba bo ha ni kwa som do mo saka. Na so mo koye. Omo kwa na ni nipa wa asase so. At least that is what Genesis tells us. Na so Nyankopon nya abokyɛ ebusa Adam die ntia oyesa. even when it was so clear that indeed Aduabano Omodomosaka against the will of the Almighty God, they were still given an opportunity to be heard. That is the start point of the law of equity, fairness, natural justice. Inherent in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, Article 19, fair hearing. Always listen to the other side. Always give an opportunity to be heard. Nipa na obo no kwadu no also wotie no. Omo nipa okokum nipa krampo na obi akokum nipa, so listen to the person.
In this case, committee SNK transfer committee name for me, and the speaker has to show leadership.
Absolutely. It will show one the statement no make here now. Or say in place of the privileges committee.
Yeah.
I bring before you a special committee as per order 5 of the standing orders. So I'm by privileges committee. Now your privileges committee no juma. I just say the special committee is not the privileges committee. Allow them to work. Let them hear the other side. Say they be ni see.
Okay.
And see. Enya hunu de see ya na privileges committee no ama recommendation. Hwe ade a yemra no. No microphone say Speaker of Parliament the only role that he has to play an announcement. He just to pronounce the recommendation, because privileges committee near recommendation we are and your committee no crown puna or decide you have just made a recommendation. That is the word that the law uses. Make a recommendation to plenary. The young parliamentarians no near better so nya kan wasam ya bobo near Jatum say ampa, these people are supposed to be suspended. That's how come in the case of Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan was also brought to the report. Yes. Kennedy Japan was brought before the committee. Whatever happened there, even the who's why yes we by you. Now the recommendations about plenary. What about plenary we are? Plenary bobo we are. Okay, Mr. Speaker, what do you say na Jatum and just pronounce it on behalf of the Ghanaian people. So the Speaker of Parliament has no role as to so best suspend you be. In fact, order 130 of the standing orders order 130 of the new standing orders of Parliament. And on let's say in instances like this, even if say there has been a recommendation from a privileges committee, what kind of suspension? And I will say Yedemasa Ankrofono. The order says that at first instance, and I'm just trying to find it. Yes, I have it, so that I will read in verbatim. For you to know what it means here. So where a member is found to be in contempt of Parliament under Order 129, the member shall be suspended immediately from the House, and unless the House otherwise decides, or say immediately from the House, and unless the House otherwise decides, the suspension shall be on the first occasion for 4 sitting days. Unless the House, not the Speaker. So if there will be any variation of the 4 days, it is the House. But what I say, senior, it is the House. On first occasion, first occasion for 4 sitting days. On the second occasion for 8 days. And on the third or subsequent occasions for 12 sitting days. So the 2 weeks that the Speaker of Parliament said is alien to our laws. And even if there can be a variation of that, it will have to be done by the House. Members of Parliament for Nivisha.
And not the Speaker.
The Speaker of Parliament. And Yekase, Saudi we see a dangerous precedent. Of course, it's in Hubert Seminary. Because at the time, Akoda so they are infants of Pukwari. Akoda wako SS1 for or 14-15 years. TSS2 or 15-16. The mind has not been so much formed to the extent that Oma Akoda even a hearing it will make any impact. So I think about last week some parents were agitating about an engagement that they had with WAEC.
Yeah.
Say WAEC for ATT in Kwadano and Kurano making a mess of themselves, and they are even implicating others. So they don't even have the right compost mentors to be able to defend themselves. So you allow the parents to do so. It is a headmaster at Opoku Ariana say Nube Seminary. Now or Saki Akwada even without proper process, as it has been happening sometimes. Go headmaster now because Akra we Akra Boni Yinedi. That is what is happening in Parliament now. Watching Bino, Rebecca Chem saying Kwada, sorry, Nipa Ota form to Abama Miano. So we may represent in Parliament, no. Speaker of Parliament, a denial representation in Parliament because he sees himself as the Speaker of Parliament. In Ghana, we practice constitutional supremacy and not parliamentary supremacy, and our speakership supremacy, and our executive supremacy, but constitutional supremacy. You cannot be seen to be approbating and reprobating the same constitution that gave you the authority for you to be a Speaker of Parliament. I told Swaba on the 9th of 6th and 7th of January. That same constitution mandates fair hearing and Article 19 of the Constitution. So don't be seen to be benefiting from part of the Constitution and also allowing a certain part or not allowing a certain part of the Constitution not to work. That cannot be a way to run a democracy.
Have you ever got disappointed in maybe the ruling of the Speaker and as the conduct to be you going to Parliament, you have virtually worked with this Speaker. This is the only Speaker you have worked with. You have not had the opportunity of working with other speakers. Okay, but Oko Parliament, I know now people like Babin, they have been there for a long time. They have experience. Okay, who share judgment been massive. Do you get do you sometimes get disappointed?
Yes, obviously sometimes. Sometimes they get very disappointed, especially because over 32 years in Parliament, standing as a lawyer to so many years. So he's smart. Even when Adiano or Yana Onim any family you find a way to justify it. The same way he's trying to justify this unfortunate ruling. He's trying to justify it. He's using subservient laws to topple a constitutional provision. Constitution, and I'm who can so best stand on this. Stand on this in a subservient law, kind of. It is subservient to the Constitution of Ghana. Article 11 is very clear as to the sources of law in that kind of hierarchy.